Hi, I'm Robert Monge, an instruction librarian at Western Oregon University. Let's create a double bar graph in Google Sheets. Start off by highlighting your data, including your headers. From the top toolbar, go to Insert, then down to Chart. Google always tries to guess what type of chart you're making. This time it guessed bar graph, so we're good. If not, from the right-hand side, you can select Column Chart and then select the appropriate graph that would work for you. Next, you want to customize your chart. If you go to Customize, you'll get these options here. If that doesn't pop up, you can select these three dots and then Edit. Under Chart Style, you can select 3D if you prefer that type of graphic. I do not, so I'm going to unselect that. Under Chart and Axis Titles, you can add a chart title. I've labeled this Test 5 Imaginary Numbers First and Second Period to identify which data I'm comparing. From the options below, then, I can make some adjustments. I'm going to change the font to Arial, the size to 20, make that bold, center, and change the color to black. Next, from the drop-down menu, you want to select the horizontal axis and adjust the title. I've labeled that Test Score out of 100. I'm going to change the font to Arial and the size to 16. Then from the drop-down menu, I want to add a vertical axis. I've labeled this number of students. I'm also going to change that to Arial and 16 to match my horizontal axis title. Under Series, I can change the color of the bar graphs. From the Apply to All Series drop-down menu, I can select the first period, and under Fill Color, I can change that. Then from the drop-down menu, I can change that to second period, and under Fill Color, I can change the color there. The legend is this information up here that you can move around. So from the legend, it's set to auto, but from the drop-down menu, if I wanted to put that on the left, I could. You can put it inside, the right, however you want to set that up. I thought the top looked pretty good, so I'm going to go back to that. The horizontal axis information is the actual test scores here, so I can make adjustments there by selecting that, or the vertical axis, I can change the vertical axis numbers there. They're fine, so I'm not going to make any adjustments. Under grid lines and ticks, on the vertical axis, right now my numbers are based on increments of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Actually looks pretty good, but if you want to change those, you just change the step value to whatever increment you want. So now it's in increments of 5, so 5, 10, 15. I thought 2 looked a little bit better, so I'm just going to take that back. If you wanted to, you could also add in minor grid lines, which give you a little bit more nuance in terms of the data there. Now that I have my double bar graph formatted the way I want, I'm going to select the three dots and copy chart. I'm going to open up a Google Doc. I'm going to right click and select paste, or you can use your keyboard and do Control V. You will get two options to paste: the link to spreadsheet. If you want to know how that works, check out the other video on this guide. Or you can select Paste Unlinked. This is the simple and easiest way to do this. I'm going to select Paste Unlinked and then Paste. Now I've created a double bar graph in Google Sheets and copied it to a Google Doc.